Hi, I'm Dinesh, the Spicy Gourmet. Welcome back. And as I promised you, we're going to use some of the spices within this spice tiffin to create a very simple and easy chicken curry. So here we go. What we're going to do first is we have the coriander and the cumin. I'm going to create a very, very quick blend. So, by the way, the spice tiffin comes with this little spoon, and two of these is approximately 1 tablespoon. And so I'm going to put actually 2 tablespoons of coriander and 1 tablespoon of cumin. And that happens to be kind of the magic ratio for this particular blend, okay? And I'm going to use our electric spice mill. There we go. Let's give it a tap. See, it's not finely ground, but that's not necessary because this is fast and easy. This is really easy. It's so easy, in fact, that I'm going to describe the ingredients as well as give you the measurements as we move along and to make this simple and easy chicken curry. So we got this done. The next thing I'm going to do is to light the stove. For this particular recipe, I'm going to use clarified butter, in other words, ghee. You may use coconut oil, you may use canola, but I would recommend either ghee or coconut oil. And as always, with everything that I use, everything is organic. In the case of the chicken, it's free range. They eat whatever they like, okay, which is what they're meant to do. Their diets are not meant to be controlled. So I've got this saucepan heating. I'm going to put some ghee in there. And again, so I'm using a small ladle, and that's about 2 tablespoons. The great thing about ghee and coconut oil is that they're high heat oils, which basically translated into what we do means that if you don't have enough of that particular oil in the pan and you find it drying, you can add some more and it'll heat up very quickly and will not soak the onions or whatever you're sauteing. It's a great advantage. Otherwise, you spoil the whole thing. So as you can see, I've got like a couple of dollops of this ghee heating up on high heat. All right, so I've got the ghee melted and it's medium heat. It's beginning to smoke, which is the time when you put in a sprig of curry leaves. I'm going to tear these and throw it in there. It's going to start splattering a little bit. And then I'm going to add the onions before they brown. There we go. I'm going to take my ladle, stir it around a little bit. So you don't want to have this too low. You want to have it kind of medium. And you can just monitor the onions while they're being sauteed. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add ginger. Saute that for a little bit. Remember, fast and easy. This is really very, very easy to prepare. As with anything that one is cooking, it takes a little time for it to cook. Okay, so we have the onions sauteing. It's taking on that kind of slightly brownish color, which is when you want to introduce the garlic, finely chopped garlic. So we have a medium onion in there. Forgot to tell you this. We have about 2 tablespoons of finely chopped garlic and the same quantity of ginger. Stir this up a little bit. It won't take long for the garlic to cook. And then what we're going to do is this. Here we go. Fast and easy, right? That's what I said. I'm going to increase the heat. And then we are going to take the 2 tablespoons of coriander and 1 tablespoon of cumin that we ground. I'm going to put it in here. And also what we're going to do is we're going to take a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, which comes with the spice dipping set. I'm going to put that in there. That's the first step, and then I'm going to stir it around. And remember, if this is drying up, if you feel this is drying up, you can add some more ghee. Which is what I'm going to do right now. Here we go. We're going to use, so this is like probably 3 tablespoons of ghee. So while that is melting, I'm going to do this, which is add some turmeric powder. So I'm looking at like a teaspoon here, or a little bit more. Stir that. Then I'm going to take a stick of cinnamon, break it in half, add that. So that looks really, really good. You can tell from the aroma when the spices are being cooked and not burnt, because it's not a foul smell. And then we're going to add, I believe, the chicken. Sometimes I get the sequence not quite right because, you know, I'm speaking to you. And I'm going to add the chicken. As you can see, I've taken the drumstick and I've taken the end of the drumstick off using a cleaver. It's so much more presentable when you serve it up. So what I have here, I have 3 leg quarters, meaning the leg and the thigh, chopped, and then I have half a chicken breast. So that way you get the dark meat and the white meat. I'm going to stir this up a little bit, reduce the heat, and while I'm stirring this, I'm going to incorporate other ingredients. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit, okay? And I'm going to add about 7 or 8 cardamom pods. And the way you do this is like so. Lay the cardamom pods on the counter or the cutting board, and then you basically, you take the flat blade of a knife and you break the outer husk open. This enables the seeds within the pods to release the flavor. So I'm going to put this on low, stir this around. Really thoroughly stir the chicken so all the spices coat the chicken, and then I'm going to add a little bit of salt, probably about a teaspoon. Salt, as always, is added in stages. Then I'm going to add some cayenne, maybe a teaspoon. Now, you're welcome to add other ingredients that will really spice it up, like I would normally. Habaneros or Thai chilies, finely chopped. I'm going to stir this up, and now I'm going to add the tomatoes. Does that look amazing? Really colorful, and I promise you it's going to be delicious. That's pretty simple, I'd say. I hope you agree with me. This is a really simple... Oh, there goes a tomato. Did you see that tomato flying out of the pan? So there we are. That's all good to go. Stirred. We have salt in there. Now, there's a little bit more salt that we need to add, but for the process of the chicken cooking through with the spices and the other ingredients that we put in this dish, this is where we come to a stop. We're actually going to reduce the heat to kind of medium-low, cover it, and let the chicken cook. And we have a couple of ingredients that we're going to add at the end. Well, there we are. This is a really, really simple chicken curry using spices from the Spice Tiffin. I hope you try it. You'll enjoy it. I really am sure you will enjoy it because it's so easy to make and it gives you the authentic flavor of a chicken curry. Actually, it's more Indian than Sri Lankan because we use simple spices. And there it is. That is our chicken curry. So the last thing I want to do is to add a little bit of salt because I did try it and it felt like it needed a little bit more salt. So just a sprinkle according to your taste. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add cilantro. So the cilantro's in there. And so what I'm going to do now is give it a little stir. Isn't that beautiful? And I promise you, it's delicious. It smells amazing. And if I may, take a moment of your time, I'm going to ladle this out, dish it out. So we have, as I mentioned, a combination of white and dark meat. We have thighs, we have chicken breasts. We don't have wings, but as I also mentioned, I've taken the time to remove the bottom of the drumstick where the tendons meet. It's actually a lot more attractive when you do that. And there we are, some gravy. Last thing we're going to do is to garnish it with a few more cilantro leaves. Make it look pretty, because you always want to do that, because you've heard the expression, you eat with your eyes. And this is no exception. There we are. Easy chicken curry made with the Spice Tiffin, our new product. It's a really great way to store spices. I hope you try this dish and enjoy it. Share it with friends and family. Please visit us on the Spicy Gourmet website for the full recipe and kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this is Dinesh, the Spicy Gourmet. I wish you well. Cheers.